So hey folks, so I have three products that are laid out in front of me here, and let me tell you what this video is about, because if you are an RV owner or an outdoor enthusiast, these are absolutely things you're going to want to look into getting. I came across this company actually by another YouTube review that I saw on this right here, which is their NuCam WR. And I went to the website to learn a little bit more about the camera, and I found some other products. So I reached out to them and asked them if they could send me a few samples of their product line so I could do a review on them. So they sent me the NuCam WR, this NuLock smart lock, as well as this solar-powered Bluetooth speaker. I was really excited to test out all three of these, mainly because there are three things that if you own an RV you could really use. This right here really blew me away, the NuCam WR. First of all, it connects with the phone via an app that uses Wi-Fi to directly link the phone to the camera. I tested this over 100 feet away and I was clearly able to see what the camera was looking at from my phone. I'm going to use this on the back of my RV because I don't have a wireless camera on the back of my RV currently for when I'm backing into a spot, and I think this will really help me. I've always been looking for a way to better secure our generator as well as our bikes whenever we're camping. My generator does stay locked in the back of my truck under the cover when we're camping. However, I'm always afraid that somebody's going to tamper with it and get into it. So this lock Bluetooth connects to your phone and allows you to lock or unlock it from your phone and actually check the status of it from the phone itself. It's really cool. So I'm going to be testing this one out as well, and this is mainly for anything we have to leave outside, such as the generator or bicycles that may be on the back rack of the RV. And then this is really cool as well. So this is a Bluetooth speaker, but unlike most, this one has a solar panel on the back of it to recharge the battery. So you can charge this the traditional way with a USB style plug that plugs into the side of it, or you can recharge it with the sun. And that's going to come in really handy as well. I had an opportunity to test this speaker out over the weekend, and it performs pretty well. What I noticed is the volume's a little bit lower when you're connected via Bluetooth, but when you connect to it with the cable, it's much louder. But it performs on par with other speakers like this. And like most people, I have several speakers that are similar to this, just none of them that allow me to charge it over solar power. So let's first take a look at this NuLock. I really like the concept here because once you program it, it connects to your phone and it allows you to unlock or lock it from your phone. So if I tap on the phone right here and I click unlock, it now gives me the ability to unlock it. And once it's unlocked, you simply press this button here on the side and the lock will come out. Once you unlock it and pull this out, it disconnects from your phone, and when you plug it back in and lock it, you'll see it reconnect. And you'll see it reconnect here after I hit this. And give it a couple seconds and you'll see it connect. You can set up your own password. You can have it automatically lock. When you walk away from it, it locks it. And when you come back to it, it unlocks it. So the lock has a few features here. If you turn on vibration, it's essentially turning on a shock sensor for the alarm here. If you tap it or if it detects any type of vibration, it will set the alarm off. If you turn on notifications, it simply notifies you when it's locked or unlocked. However, the alarm does not send a notification to the phone if it's triggered. So if the cable is cut, if the body of this is tampered with, or if the battery cover on the back is removed or tampered with, it will set the alarm off. If you have it set for vibration mode, if you tap it or hit it with a hammer or something like that, it'll also set the alarm off. It does have an internal 110 decibel alarm that will go off, so it's pretty loud and it's pretty noticeable. I'm going to get a lot of use out of this, especially if you have bicycles, a generator, anything like that that you carry with you when you travel and you want to have an extra layer of security in case it's stolen. This to me is better than just a traditional bike lock and chain, simply because if somebody cuts a bike lock, they can take all your stuff and run off with it, whereas at least this will deter them and set off an alarm if they try to do it. Now, I haven't heard a lot of complaints about it, and I did some research on this, but this part of it, or at least the housing of it's ABS plastic, and it's not steel. I would have preferred if the whole housing were made out of aluminum, simply because it would add just a little bit more protection in case somebody tries to destroy this piece of it. However, when you have it set up, it's very unlikely that somebody's going to get past it without the alarm at least going off, deterring them, or at least bringing attention to what they're doing. So that's it for the NuLock, and once I actually take the camper out and we connect it to whatever we have with us, I'll demonstrate how it works live in person, but I think you get a good idea from here. Stay tuned for more on this one. Now the next one I want to go over is this NuCam WR. This thing is really cool. First of all, the camera itself is very robust. It actually has a full aluminum housing, The mount, the magnet, everything on this thing just seems very robust. I'm very impressed with the construction. It's actually quite heavy for its size. It's got an antenna mounted to the back. You have your charging outlet back here, as well as flashlight and power controls. Once you turn it on, it appears as a Wi-Fi network that you can connect to, and you connect it with your phone with the app that you can either get from the App Store or the Play Store. They have this optional extended range antenna, but I can tell you just from using this inside of the space that I'm at now, I was able to get at least 100 feet away from it and still pick up a really clear picture the entire time. And if I position my phone landscape-wise, you can see the entire landscape view of it, and it works extremely well. One of the things I like about it is it has very minimal lag compared to some. Some of them you move the camera and it takes forever for it to actually appear on the screen. This one appears to be about a quarter-second delay. As you can see, it does have IR illuminators as well, and it has a nifty little flashlight feature on the back of it also that lets you turn on a flashlight directly from the camera itself, so you can use it as a flashlight if you're walking around with it. I think this camera is going to come in extremely handy for the back of our fifth wheel, mainly because I have a camera already. It's a wireless camera that connects to an adapter you plug into the cigarette lighter. I did a video on it a long time ago, but the range of it isn't that great. It's mainly designed for hitching up. This I'm going to mount to the very, very back of our fifth wheel, and it's going to help me back into spots that I traditionally would have to have a spotter back there for. So I really like this setup, and this isn't nearly as expensive as some of them that are on the market. Plus, again, it's very robust aluminum construction. I really don't think this thing's going to be damaged by being exposed to the elements at all. And they have an optional mounting bracket right here. It's made out of plastic, but it lets you permanently mount the camera as well. I have some steel versions of these I'm going to use to mount it to the back of the RV. So finally, I wanted to talk about this Bluetooth speaker that they sent me, and this thing is really cool because it's solar powered, whereas most of them require you to plug into a micro or mini USB port, and they hold a charge for a reasonable amount of time, but the reality is you never really know how much of a charge is left on it, and if you're listening to a lot of music or you listen to it relatively loud, the battery's going to go dead on you, and you may not have a port nearby to charge it in. So, you know, I actually don't use this anymore because of that exact reason. I charge it up and I take it with me and I don't know when I'm going to use it, and I find out by the time I need to use it, the battery doesn't last but a couple minutes before it stops working. So this really is nice and convenient because this whole back end is a solar power panel, as well as the ability to use a micro USB plug to charge it. And it gives you both a micro SD slot and a traditional audio plug to connect directly to your headphone outlet on your phone. Power buttons on the top, track forward, track reverse, plus you can use it as a hands-free kit for your phone itself. Has a nice rubber housing around the outside of it. The way you can tell is because it bends and flexes here. Nice plugs to cover up any type of holes to keep water from getting into it, and it's built really well. This whole surrounding here is rubber. Speakers are 3 watt, and it plays pretty loud. I'll power it on so you get an idea of how loud it is.
Bluetooth mode.
See, it's pretty loud. So yeah, I really like this speaker, and again, especially because it's solar powered, it's going to be nice to bring with you and not have to worry about if you charged it or not, because you can use it with the power from the sun, and that's really nice and convenient. I like that they put these clips here as well, so you can clip it to a backpack or you can clip it to maybe a bicycle or something if you're riding as well, so you don't have to worry about lugging it around in your pocket or whatnot. Anyways, hope you enjoy this. Again, this is also from NuVending as well. So again, I do want to thank NuVending for sending me all this equipment. They sent me this nice little pamphlet that kind of gives you an idea of all the different things that they make, from a projector to a dash cam to a toilet light, which is kind of interesting, as well as a dual lens camera, a light bulb camera, some power packs, just a lot of really cool stuff. I was really impressed with the lock itself, because I think that along with the camera and the Bluetooth speaker are probably the most common and convenient items that RVers might want to use with their product. I'll put their information in the description. It's also right here. You should give them a call or visit their website. Anyways, I'll do more in-depth reviews as I actually get out and use the products, and I'll give you a longer term review of how they've worked for me. Again, if you like my videos, please like and subscribe. Thanks, everyone.